Wait a minute, Nora. We're not open.
Police!
Oh, 2 secs. Oh, it's you. Can you say please to get folk to open the door if you're not on duty?
Oh, I don't see why not. Is Daisy in?
Yeah. Daisy! Rozzers!
Rozzers? I mean, I prefer fun stoppers or the feds.
Oh, it's you.
That's what I said.
Is everything okay? You know, you've been a bit off.
Yeah? Yeah. It was just odd seeing you in cop mode with Max yesterday.
Cop mode.
He was clearly upset about Lauren being locked up on her birthday.
So, you had a go at me.
Yeah. And instead of treating him like a kid that's been through a load of trauma, you were all just doing my job. Law's the law.
When I should be guilty because I'm the one responsible for her being locked up.
I'm not saying that. But you see, you're doing it again.
What, being defensive, hard-faced, not thinking about other people's feelings?
Basically, yeah. Well, go on. Tell me that that's part of the job. And you do it so you can keep a distance.
Don't even need to argue with you. You argue with yourself.
You're telling me. At least you only hear the bits I say out loud. I've got Daisy Talk Radio in my head 24/7.
You are right, though. You know, an old school cop would say, you just define professionalism.
Right.
And the other thing you said is way more what they've got in the manuals these days. You know, fairness, respect, consideration of nuance. I try, but I don't always get it right. I tell you what, talking of official police lines, our lot have just started this new ride-along scheme. Strengthening relationships with the public.
To convince people you're not a bunch of unfeeling despots?
Well, yeah, basically. Are you free this afternoon?
A ride along. That's very American.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I think you'll find it interesting.
Okay. Only if we go to that bit of the precinct that does the donuts, though. Give it the full Chief Wickham.
Deal. Right, well, I'll just check my schedule and I'll message you later.
Do you think he'll let you have a go at his taser?
Sorry, it's not been a more interesting morning.
Well, it can't always be car chasers, can it?
Look, Daisy,
Shut up. That is not a Fitzhugh bag. Would you get me a latte and something chocolatey? Ta.
you can't leave me by myself. It's embarrassing. No, copper ordering donuts.
Grow up here. I'll be 2 seconds. It's probably fake.
Oh my days, you guys actually buy donuts.
Yeah, very funny.
Brilliant. You going on stakeout? Are you busting the case wide open?
Right, if you say one more word.
Oh, you buying her donuts. You well fancy her? Fit and fancies the pants off you. Defo a keeper.
Have a latte, a tea, and I wish.
Straight back to work, is it, Hutch?
Starsky?
The one with the cardigan?
Yeah, my grandma knitted me one when I was little.
Aren't you a bit young for Starsky Nuts?
Quiz me on any cop show, American or British.
Ooh, your specialist subject, eh?
Come back in after your shift.
Daisy Duke. Dukes of Hazzard. They weren't the cops, did they? Roscoe was the cop. That's cool.
Yeah, I will.
Let's be careful out there.
Sergeant Esterhouse, played by Michael Conrad.
Oh, he's good.
Would you like a straw with that?
Why not make it two?
Hey, wonder what the latest is on Shona.
Daisy's boyfriend arrested her.
Steve called it.
How do you know?
Friends in high places.
And he's not my boyfriend.
Well, I doubt you'll make anything stick. No celebrating in the Flying Horse tonight.
Sorry? She only pushed him.
He was out celebrating the other day. The boys and girls in blue.
Celebrating what?
Closing the Joel Deering case. You can see why I didn't want to advertise it.
Who told you?
So she ever asks. Duty solicitor pal of mine. She's friends with Jess Haywood, one of the officers who was there.
They're entitled to a drink.
Sending a young mum to prison. High fives all round.
Everybody needs to blow off steam.
Yeah. Cheers.
Of abuse.
Well, to be clear, she murdered someone.
Her abuser.
That doesn't make it legal. You do know that. Murder's bad.
Well, that depends on the circumstances.
Can I at least get a drink, Glenda?
What would you like?
Don't do that. Don't charm your way out of this. You know it was self-defense.
Everyone says so. Would you like me to phone the jail and see if they can let her out? Where did you hear this, by the way, just so I know what to tell them?
Do you think he should have got away with it?
I think he should have been brought to justice.
Except he didn't have the guts to turn up to his own hearing.
There was a young man called Joel Deering who didn't turn up for his hearing.
This isn't funny, Kit.
There's a thing called the rule of law.
Ah, you're patronising me.
Should we maybe take this backstage?
Don't make out like I am some populist nut job. The law let me down, and Ryan got disfigured as a consequence. I'm liberal enough, but I don't think men should get away with everything all of the time.
Oh, we're going round in circles here. I mean, that's why we have the police, the judiciary.
You let him go.
We granted bail.
Which is why she felt she had to take things into her own hands.
Again, you're trying to justify it. She did take matters into her own hands. She went to the bridge that night. She could have stayed away.
She's just a kid.
She's her father's daughter. He was a far-right activist, a terrorist. And Lauren Bolton was on board with that.
Don't make it seem like I'm justifying that.
Can I just go out and come back in again?
Go out, but don't come back in.
Seriously. I was doing my job. Let's not fall out over this.
Maybe we'll try again tomorrow.
Or maybe not.
Whatever.
Good night, Glenda.
Am I allowed to say goodnight?